Okay, we're in round one. We have the choice. We'll play first. And we have all of our colors. We've got some dudes to drop. I like this hand. This is good. So we're playing Esper. I don't know what we're playing. Esper Beats or Esper Removal. Don't have like infinite removal. We've just got some interesting cards. I think we started off with the Skirmisher. Although I guess if I do Hand of Silumgar, I can dash next turn, which is not bad. Um, think I would still prefer to go Skirmisher if he has like, say, a removal spell of some sort. Yeah, like I'm much happier trading a Skirmisher for that, but I think I'm actually going to defeat. We already have double black. Do we even need double blue in this deck? We do not. But I think we're still going to deck thin with the Evolving Wilds and get the tap land out of the way. So let's defeat this Typhoid Rat just because getting rid of his Death Touch seems fine. And I guess it's not the best use of defeat, but clearing the way to bash in seems fine with me. I guess defeat probably better with the morph. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind. It doesn't seem like the morphs are nearly as good. Oh, I forgot to crack my Evolving Wilds. Damn it. Well, it turned out to not matter, I guess. So let's play a Cove. I mean, I shouldn't say the morphs seem worse, but they don't have that magic number. I don't think they're the magic number 5 anymore. I don't know. Basically, it's going to take me a while to figure out all of the various morph. Void Squall seems fine, though. All right. Foul Renewal is fine. Pretty good with this Sadist. Kind of like that. I don't want to use Void Squall yet, so I think we're just going to offer up some trades here. Acid Spewer Dragon. Don't have a ton of incentive to play anything else yet. I could play the Sadist setting up for a foul renewal, but for some reason that's not terribly exciting to me. Opponent is missing land drops though, which is certainly relevant. Ooh, 1 mana short. Well, I definitely want to save foul renewal for that in case he's got the out. I think we can play Sadist. And I mean I could exploit the skirmisher, but I guess it makes more sense to exploit itself, but I don't really like it still. Could Void Squall. I'm trying to think what that does. It lets me continue to get in, but it also keeps him from replaying it. Oh, all right. It like basically nets us 4 damage. Not that that's all that good, but I feel like I've got the rest of my game sort of mapped out, so getting in some damage now and I guess keeping my opponent kind of busy. Like, it basically makes it so anything he plays is unimportant here anyway. I mean, he could just play a removal spell in our 2/2. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I mean, granted, we basically just played a 5-mana bounce spell, but I don't know. I don't mind it. I think I want to play the Sadist and not Exploit. And that way I can play the Drowner and maybe exploit it there. Because the rest go in my graveyard too, which is pretty awesome for Foul Renewal. But alright, Youthful Scholar it is. Very good with the exploit, by the way. But we're still definitely going to be able to play Skywise, I think, and still Foul Renewal for some good value. Pacifism's not. Although, actually, I was going to say Pacifism's not worth on it. But that's probably true because I still think he's going to exploit that. So let's play the Drowner. Guess we're exploiting Sadist. No lands. Interesting. Let's get another one of our finishers. I'll make the trade. I mean, he nets some good value out of it, but I still think it's fine. Actually, I can... Actually, now's a good time to pacify it. I'm going to pacifism that. So I think we're just going to do pacifism, because that really turns off Deadly Wanderings well. I mean, it makes him exploit at the very least, not that... I still think I'd rather have him exploit anyway. So I could dash the Vanguard. I think we're just going to Megamorph this dude, though. Because once we get to 6 mana, I'm going to do the Pristine Skywise. Alright, did have the exploit. Much as expected. We can still Foul Renewal back our Marsh Hulk, so it's not the end-all be-all. His guy does turn into a 5/3 Death Touch lifelink, though, which is pretty good. Alright, so I can play Pristine Skywise, but maybe I want to bring back the Marsh Hulk now. He's got 6 cards in hand. I think we're just going to Foul Renewal. Getting back our Marsh Hulk. I just feel like he's got removal. Let's make him play more creatures, I guess. It's just good value, and it lets us attack. I just feel like playing the Skywise lets him kill it, plus get in for a 10-point life swing, which is certainly not ideal. We kind of anticipated the exploit, but I don't know. Maybe it would have been better to just make the trade. think I just want to hard cast Marsh Hulk. So if he uses removal, he uses it on that. I need to find a good opportunity to cast Pristine Skywise. We have some good tempo plays with our Sidisi's Faithful. I guess I could. No, I think we just hardcast the Hulk here. Actually, let's swing at that. Although no, I guess if he has removal for Hulk, I want to be able to block it. Hmm. Um. Maybe double block it. That does present an issue with the Drowner, but he's so confidently attacking, I think I'm just gonna double block. Oh, the Death Touch. Well, silly me. Man, Deadly Wanderings is good, huh? Jeez. Um, silly Alex Stephenson. What a fool you are. What a fool you are. What a fool. I don't know what's left to do. I'm just going to cast this. Could cast Vanguard and pass, but I guess I'm pretty happy he didn't have whatever the stupid 5 mana dismiss is called. So basically just cost myself a game, but you got to learn a lesson some way, so why not learn it that way? Well, Deadly Wanderings is about 10,000 times better than I rated it during the draft, so definitely lesson learned here. This what's funny is I remember playing the card that's similar to this. That name escapes me completely from Avacyn Restored, and it never worked out for me and always worked out for my opponents. I do remember that pretty distinctly. So, not good at all in any way, shape, or form. Really hate that that happened, but so be it. That's how it goes. Not very good draw, but what can you do? Guess we'll cast this and pass. So completely out of cards to do. Lost all of our bomb spells. Not much confidence left for me in this game. So trying to think what my plan is. Game 2. Maybe I bring in more cards that have value, like that Lotus Eye, that Lotus Eye dude. But do I have any enchantment removal at all? I really think no, which is indeed worrisome. But what can you do? I guess Duress is going to be good. Yeah, we'll bring in the Duress. Um, so he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures. So get a 5/5. So I basically can attack into a 5/5. I think we're just going to pass again. So we bring in Duress, we bring in enchantment removal we don't have, we bring in Negate. We have Duress and Negate. Those are going to work well. Guess I don't mind him using this. We can always just bounce his token. So he's going to force me to chump block. I'm going to eat a lot of damage. Otherwise, I could have gone to 2. I'm not sure that's going to work out too well for me. Opponent has just a grip of cards. Just a ridiculously insane high quantity of cards in hand, which is extremely worrisome, but we're just drawing land, so looks like we're out of this one, unfortunately. So land draw there is certainly the nail in the coffin. So I gave up my value early. I played about as bad as you can against Deadly Wanderings. Certainly played horrendously, terribly bad against that card, but lessons need to be learned in some way, so why not learn in a way where you don't forget? Because you played like a fool and you lost one of your only good creatures in the deck. So, lesson definitely learned here. Deadly Wanderings is absolutely insane. Now, granted, when I play it, it's going to be awful. Keep that in mind, but at least, yeah, perfect timing on that Tiger strike. Could not have come at a better time, in my opinion. Certainly looking good on this board state. So, getting just completely dominated here. Every aspect of the game. Cards in hand, opponent has more. Board state, opponent has better. Enchantments, opponent has better. I have literally nothing going for me this game at all. So this is quite the embarrassing loss. I'm going to have to really come up with a good sideboard strategy against here. But like I said, I kind of already developed it while I was busy getting my teeth kicked in. So we want Duress, we want Negate. Maybe we even want this Disdain. It's actually not bad. Maybe if I bring in Disdain too, I should bring in another Skullkeeper. Maybe I just want to go a little. Let's cut the strike. Let's cut. I actually really like our bounce against that stupid Deadly Wanderings. Still need to make some more cuts. Let's cut the Skirmisher. Let's try and bring in another Skullkeeper, and let's cut a Sadist, I think. Like I said, I really want to find another way to bring a second Disdain in. I wouldn't mind that, because Skullkeeper Disdain is going to be some good synergy, I think. No card draw, is that right? Maybe Grave Strength can come in, but he's got removal. I don't like that as much. I don't really want to count or cut any of our bounce, but maybe we do cut a Faithful. And do I bring in a second Disdain? I don't think it's bad. Really don't. But maybe just the one Disdain plus the Negate is better. Wouldn't mind going a little counterspell heavier though, honestly. Maybe it's not worth it. I said Lotus Eye Mystic to bring back the pacifism, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe I don't need the Sadist. We're already at 14 creatures. All right, let's just do a negate a disdain. Let's see how that works for us. We'll play first, and yeah, this hand's actually fine. It's a little bit slow, but guess we can aim for the Skullkeeper or the Hand of Silumgar. I think we'd rather get the Skullkeeper out first, but only because I don't want to give up my Death Touch right away. All right. A little bit awkward of a turn here, but not much I can do about it. If I could find that Deadly Wanderings, I'll feel a lot better with our duress, I'll tell you that much. But we're still a ways away from that, so I'm a little less concerned at the moment. Void Squall. Yeah. I think we get in and play didn't reveal a dragon. Well, I kind of wish I had a Dutiful Attendant out, but he would have done it in response to me playing it anyway, so not that big of a deal. Guess we can play Marsh Hulk. It makes the best use of the mana, but problem with playing Marsh Hulk is I don't get to flip it for a long time, and I don't necessarily get to attack into too many things, so I think we're just going to do Hand of Silumgar instead. And I cannot duress, but I'm going to duress next turn. Okay. All right. So missing some land drops, which is pretty big bummer, but what can you do? Let's attack with the hand first, because I don't want to duress first. It might change his decisions. Although, maybe it behooves me to duress first. I don't know. Alright, let's duress now. Reach of Shadows, Gurmag, Angler, Pal's Familiar, Butcher. Alright. Guess we'll get rid of Reach of Shadows. That's all we can hit. So just going to cast Angler. I guess we have Pacifism for it though, so not all that bad. Or I could Void Squall it if only I had more mana. There we go. I still think the Angler is worth pacifisming. He can sack it, which is fine. He gets value, but I don't mind. He can Silumgar Butcher it, I guess, too. Alright. So here I think we just cast Dutiful Attendant. and set up for a Silumgar Butcher exploit, getting back our Hand of Silumgar or Alicia's Vanguard. So he's got Silumgar Butcher and Palace Familiar as our known information. Just going to take the damage here. Much rather use Butcher to effect. Get a 2/3. Could kill the High Priest. Silumgar's Command. Not bad. Do I want to get back the Vanguard or the Hand of Silumgar? I'm not sure, actually. So we play Butcher, we sack Attendant, we kill High Priest, maybe? He gets a 4/4 if we do that, though. This card's amazing. Corpse Weft is really cool. I don't know what I want here. I need to actually play something. That much is clear. Don't really want to play Marsh Hulk, but we don't think he's got removal in hand. We're still 2 lands from being able to flip the Marsh Hulk, which is problematic. I could leave the command up. I don't know exactly how much value I'm getting out of that. I guess we play Butcher and sack the Attendant, and I guess we'll kill the High Priest. He does get a 4/4. And we'll get back our Hand of Silumgar, I guess. Rather have the Death Touch, I think, than the 3/3. The reason I'm killing the High Priest is if I kill either of his other guys, he just sacks it and gets value, so we'll take out the guy that gets him value. And like I said, this does net him a 4/4, but we've got bounce effects, which can help with that problem. I mean, we're taking some damage, but kind of hold back his other dudes unless he's got removal. If he does have removal, we're in some trouble, but we've got some plays. Guess he could Butcher, sack the Manifest, kill our Butcher, get in for 6. Then we'll probably Silumgar's Command, bouncing his token and killing his assassin. Could also sack his assassin, gives him another Corpse Weft thing. That might make sense, actually. Yeah, so he had that same idea, which is an actual really good idea. So we lose our Butcher, we take 6. He finally has a blue mana, but he's got 1 card left in hand, so at least we have more cards than our opponent. If we draw a land, we could also play Marsh Hulk. Now that we know our opponent doesn't have the Thinger anymore. So I think we do Silumgar's Command. We'll bounce the Horror, kill the Butcher. Although killing the Manifest isn't bad either. It leaves him with a bigger guy, but if it's not a creature card, it doesn't let him Corpse Weft for as much value. Might be the right play. The reason I'm not doing it on his, well, maybe I do want to do it on his turn. Because I might want to counter something. Guess he could counterspell me, but we didn't see any counters before, so it felt safer. So he does have more value for Corpse Weft, but I think I'm okay with that. Alright. I think this is a pretty good opportunity to cast Marsh Hulk. Foul Renewal's not bad. Post-combat, get this guy down, and guess we could play the Sadist too, but I'm not going to. This Corpse Weft's a tough card to beat. Works especially well with his Deadly Wanderings. So our opponent's just got a better late game plan than we do, quite frankly. It's really what it boils down to. I think we're still okay. The Carsey Sadist can hold back the 2/2s. I think we trade with the Manifest. Otherwise, I have to take 8, which doesn't seem great. I think we'll just block the Manifest. Take some damage. I guess that could have gotten him another creature in his yard. Maybe that wouldn't have been the best. Youthful Scholar. Yeah, he just unfortunately keeps drawing things that net him good value. Not worth foul renewaling yet. I think we do Sadist plus Drowner to find something. Play the Drowner. Sack the Sadist, dig up something. Negate. Seems pretty good actually here. So as long as he doesn't have Deadly Wanderings this turn, I can even potentially find a way to Void Squall the Corpse Weft and then negate it. Not that that's a ton of value, granted, but well, it's not what I wanted my opponent to have, especially since it's Xaxes lethal. So, wow. All right, just got crushed. All right, brand new format, and I am getting not good results. I'll tell you that much. So, lessons piling on, continuing to be learned. All right, let's go to round 2.